Hello everybody, Tartan Rooster here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to something a little bit different. Welcome to Star Truckers. Now this is a game I've had my eye on for a little bit now, and it's out on Game Pass, came out I think last week, and it's been doing the rounds on social media and it seems to be doing pretty well, which is really cool for a game like this. You know how I like to bring you guys a little bit of Game Pass gems? This is what I would consider a Game Pass gem. Now I haven't had a lot of time for video games in the past week, but I've still managed to sink in 4 or 5 hours into this, so it's been quite a good time so far, and I thought it might be fun to bring you guys along. I didn't want to bring you on the intro because you've probably seen 1001 people play the first hour or so, you're joining me a little bit later in the game. I'm going to load in just now and I'll show you where we're at. So if you don't know anything about this game, you are, as the game suggests, a Star Trucker. So you have your own rig, you go around doing jobs around the galaxy and delivering cargo. But one of the other parts of this game, I'll show you as I get into my very comfortable seat here. The other part of this game is maintenance. You actually do quite a lot of maintenance. So you get these panels here that show you a lot of things that need to be changed or upgraded. And obviously you need money in order to do that. And you also need to take the time to know your ship and know what's going on. So one of the problems that we've got at the moment is we're running out of power. So power cells in this game, and they're very expensive. So you need to balance when you want to swap them in and out. At the moment I don't have one for the suit, which we'll need to fix hull breaches with. We'll need to get a new power cell for that, but I also don't have a lot of money at the moment. I'll show you this. So I only have $189 because I recently went over and owed money in debt, and if you don't pay your debts, your truck gets repossessed. So I only got $189. So I think the objective for today is I want to get that figure a little bit higher, and I want to do some of the upgrades to the rig. I haven't done a lot of them at the body shops. So I would quite like to get on with that. We obviously need to upgrade our suit charger at some point, so I think what we'll do is we'll grab a job and we'll see how we get on. One of the cool things is at any point you can go outside your truck, so you can see that mine is very beaten up over the past few hours playing the game, and so we need to work on that a little bit as well. So I thought it might be fun to bring you guys along, and arguably one of the coolest parts of this game is the soundtrack. There's actually a little radio up here on the left. It's got this really cool soundtrack, which I really appreciate. Very country. It reminds me, if anyone ever played the game Shipbreakers, which I'd heavily recommend if you haven't. It's also got a very similar vibe to this as well. So I think we're going to hit a job spot, see if we can find some jobs, and pick up some cargo, and off we go. Right, so we've docked into the local radio station because they've got some jobs that we can do. A couple of options for what you want to do in terms of payout. Obviously we want to make a lot of money in this video. That's my goal. Let's make 5 grand the goal, and we're going to try and do that in a couple of different ways. This is a special delivery, so you can see the estimated time there, and you can see when it's expected by, so you can kind of do the maths and figure out if you can make it or not. 6 hours from now is before 8:27, so I think we can make it. You can also actually check, go back out of this a second, you can actually check on the map how much distance it takes. So that'll take an hour in space travel. So the driving time is the time in which you're between the hyperspace gates, but I'll show you what those are when we get to them. And the total time, there's time dilation as you travel, so time can certainly fly by. So I think what we'll do... Oh, this is a nice little tip, by the way. I only found this out recently. If you're at a station, if you're docked and you back out of the menu, if you make sure your airlock's closed, you can actually access the board again. So let's go for that high profit one. Bit of a long distance, but I reckon we got time to do it. Excellent. This little symbol, you'll see these symbols, those little wrenches, just means that there's an issue that I have to fix, and I know what it is. It's the power, and I haven't had a chance to buy a new power cell. We might find one. You can actually scavenge a little bit in this game, which is pretty cool. So everything else looks okay. I'm not really worried about anything else at the moment. We're going to unhitch. We're going to go pick up our cargo. But yeah, it's a really different kind of game. It's very chill. It's been a very crazy... Whoa! 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 We're good. We're not good. Collision, but no hull breach. Or hull leak, or whatever it's called. I can't actually remember. Our hull status at the moment is 0. That doesn't mean you die in this game. What that does mean is that if you get any form of hull breach, it's a little bit more catastrophic. So if you hit debris, it'll definitely give you a breach. But if you're a fully repaired truck, then it might not cause a breach. So there's our cargo in the middle. This is where we've got to do some fancy maneuvering. So we've got a rear camera. So just going to stop here. You learn this game a little bit. It's very arcadey, but it's really complex in terms of the stuff you can do. If you like things like Euro Truck, I guess maybe you'll like this. I don't know. It's not really games I've ever played before, but as soon as they announced this and said it was in space, I was like, I'm in. We're not aligned here. I think we're just... Oh no, we might be able to... Good. There we go. Maglock's ready. We're going to hitch the trailer. So now we're connected quite poorly to this trailer here, so we're going to have to get this through to the destination. And there is little health bars for this, so you have to make sure you're not hitting too much debris or crashing into stuff. Some items that you transport are what they call fragile, which obviously, as the name sounds, they're very fragile, so you have to kind of watch your speed a little bit and try not to damage the goods. For this one, we've got electronic waste, not very fragile, so we should be okay. As you progress in your journey as a Star Trucker, you unlock the ability to carry more and more interesting cargo, so heavy weighted cargo, fragile cargo, cargo that needs to go a long distance, things that are oversized. So we're working our way through here. I definitely feel like I'm learning and getting the vibe of the game, and it's just quite a relaxing game, especially after I've had such a busy week at work. It's really chill to sit and play a game like this, which does require your attention, but it's still pretty chill. We've unlocked some of the more dangerous areas, or we've started to. We've unlocked the, there's an area with electrical storms. You actually have a system on your rig that's designed to protect you against them, which is pretty cool. Desperately trying to avoid this debris. I find it quite difficult to always see where the debris is that it's warning me about. It's cool, every button more or less is clickable and does something, so it's got that element to it, which I actually really appreciate. And cruise control, so you can sit, you don't have to hold down right trigger. And I think a controller is the best way to play this. It's quite difficult to play it with anything else. I did try to set up my HOTAS, my joystick and throttle, but it didn't work for this game. I'm not sure if that's maybe because I'm playing on Game Pass. Do let me know in the comments if you do know, because I have seen some people play with proper joysticks. Right, so we're coming up to our first gate journey, so we have to make sure that we're lined up to it, we're close enough to it, and that our velocity is 0. Once our conditions are met, we'll start to get a green countdown, and then we get to jump into hyperspace, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that from the outside of the truck. And one thing you will notice, if we look down at the clock, is the time. The time goes a lot quicker when you're transporting. I presume that's to reflect the idea of space travel and time dilation and stuff like that. Oh my god, there's a bloody asteroid. Good. So there's my exit there. I'm actually going to cut in between these buildings. There are roads. Oh, this may have been a mistake. Are we good? Am I going to be okay? Yeah, there are roads, highways that you can use that are generally safer, have less debris in them, but they do have enforced speed limits. Whereas from what I can tell, there is no enforced speed limit for driving across the sector. We're going to head towards Atlas Prime's gate just down there. And yeah, the radio is really cool. I think you unlock songs as you progress. I feel like I've heard some extra songs that weren't there when I first started. So I reckon we're going to get some money. Maybe about 5 grand. That might be a good number to aim for to try and do some of the upgrades that we've got to do. And the AI are alright. Sometimes they can be incredibly annoying. They'll like cut in front of you at gates and stuff. And you've got a horn as well. Which I can't play from the outside, which is one of my niggles with this. I'd love to hear what that actually sounds like, but the AI trucks honk at me enough times. I don't really need to hear my own truck honking away. Oh, okay. Other gate, let's line up. We're going to Atlas Prime. I think we're still going to make our deadline. What was the... I'm just going to double check. So it's due within 6 hours. It's going to Onyx. Yeah, I think we're good, right? So we're at Purity. 4 hours. I reckon we'll make it. Alright, we're just going to get the velocity locked in. There we go. Stargate is ready. Let's go. Woof. And yeah, look at the time here. Just so it's important that you use your map a lot in this game to figure out travel time. And it does make me laugh that it's in miles. I don't know why that's really funny to me. You're in space. And jump. I haven't come across any areas that have like pirates or anything like that that attack you. I haven't been attacked. I've been scanned by security, and you can be fined. And I think that's the main threat in this game, is being fined. Oh, we're dropping it down there. Because your truck can get repossessed. Are we on time? 17:38. You wanted it by 8:30. Plenty of time. Great. We can maybe grab another job whilst we're here. Tempted to get a power, because that's my core power, and my mag power, which is the thing that attaches trailers to me, is a little bit low. Be curious if I can steal stuff. If I can live a rogue life where I steal people's cargo. I'll maybe take us to the junk fields, if I can find a job to the junk fields, because the junk fields are really useful, especially if you don't have any money, because you can find things like power cells and processors and stuff. Careless driving, probably because I broke a speed limit somewhere, but not bad. It's a long haul job, give us a bit of money. They didn't care about early delivery. And we've ranked up, which is cool. So let's see, where do we want to put that skill point? I've been working my way up this tree, the safe and sound tree. And I like the long distance jobs, they're quite cool. That's going to increase my, well, efficiency really with the suit. So let's do that. I am actually tempted to maybe... Is there a shop here? I don't know if there is. Let's head up to the space station up there, Onyx Station. They might have jobs there. The other thing that happens in this game, as you can see in the top left, there's like little objectives, is... There are AI that have different jobs for you, and if you do jobs for them, they give you upgrades and things like that. You can actually see if you go in the convoy tab. So the idea is that you want to complete all these. That's kind of the game, is to complete all of these jobs. And so every so often you get little upgrades. So there's an upgrade there, for example, upgrade there, which seem to unlock new jobs basically for your truck, which is quite cool. So you get a little bit of variety. Obviously, the core of the game is you take container from A to B. But another part of it is, you know, what kind of container, how many trailers, what style of cargo is it. So there's a little bit of depth here, and I think that's something that this game does really well. It props itself up as a very easy, this is like Euro Truck, but then there's a little story going on in the background, there's jobs, there's all sorts of things. Should we try a shop, actually? I know we're trying to make money here, but I think I'm going to go to the shop and just see, how much money have we got at the moment? Almost 3, so that's pretty good. I think we can afford to spend a little bit of money on power, because our core power, I don't know what happens when that runs out, because I've been too afraid to find out. Okay, let's put our rear camera on. Let's line up. A little bit of braking. You do get better at using this camera. So, no matter... I guess it depends how you've got your control set up, but for me, if I push up, I go down. If I push down, I go up. But on the docking camera, it's easier to figure that one out because it tracks. So if you push up on the thumbstick, the docking camera goes up. We badly aligned here. Let's have a look. I like to use the external view to figure out what's going on. So I need to come a little bit more this way. This way a bit and tuck back in. Thankfully, it's not entirely like one of those big truck sims. It's not really. It's otherwise, you would really struggle with reversing, because you can have wing mirror cameras in this, but they're awful and I hate using them. I'd rather just go in the external of my truck. But I've never really played games like that before, so this is my first foray into trucks, really. But if you are a player of Euro Truck and you play this, let me know what you think. I'd be curious to see what it's like from that point of view. So, we've got alcohol, which we can sell. We've got empty battery. They do buy back empty power cells, so don't get rid of them. Not by a lot of money, but... And the power cells are bloody expensive. So I can get 1,500. Is that worth it? Probably gonna have to do it. Okay, and so that gets delivered to your airlock, so you have to get out your nice comfy seat. There's a storage area as well, and you get these storage boxes, which are really cool. You can actually just put stuff in it. I don't know what those explosives are for yet. I just found them in one of the junk areas. This is where all your power is, so if you were, don't know, trying to disable something, if I'm short and stuff and I need to disable the system to get power, I'll usually just turn off gravity. Because as long as stuff's kind of put away neatly, it's not really a problem. Right, let's open up our airlock. Take out that power cell. So a lot of the game is actually you... That's the bigger one. I'm going for the lower charge one in there, and the bigger one for the core. A lot of it is maintenance and kind of playing about with what maintenance means. Is there only one in here? I'm going to put the... I know it's low, but it'll help a little bit. It's a bit of power. So power is looking good. Those dials actually are live, which is cool, because in some games that, you know, you get those little dials and you change something and you can't actually see what's been updated. With this you can. You can sell that empty one back to the... Oh, I shouldn't have gone to the front. I'm going to sell that empty one back to the station, and then we're going to grab another job. You know what, let's go for the 2 trailers to Onyx. This is going to be a close one, but I think it could be entertaining to try and do this. So, maths is not my strong suit. So it's due in 11:57. It's going to take us 11:45 to travel. So hopefully we'll make it okay. I don't know if that was a speed one. No, it's just a heavy double trailer one. All right, let's get a double trailer. Let's show off for the viewers. Let's head to New Aspen. Oh, I have to pick up the trailers from somewhere else? Oh, I've never had to do that before. Head to New Aspen. So I've got to actually travel to New Aspen and then take it back to Onyx? What? Alright, I've never had to do this before. This is a unique one for me. Alright, strap in. We're going to do some jumping here. I'll probably fast forward a lot of this for you so you don't have to watch all the jumps. Maybe we'll get a nice little seamless transition now between the Atlas Prime gate and the final gate. Go! We've stopped off on our long journey at Medusa 6 just to grab some fuel. Because we need a little bit of fuel for the long haul journey that we're doing. I really should have taken cargo out towards New Aspen. That would have maximized my profits here, but thought about it too late. What is going on? I'm wiggling around. And we're going to get it right on the money, right? We're going to get it right on the 900, just like in real life. Actually, it might fill before we get to 900. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Nope. Oh no! The maths is gone. Messed that up. Alright. Back to the portal. Oh, before we do go back to the portal though, we've got a system problem. One of our engines is on fire. So this is the thing that can happen. Both of our engines are on fire. We're going to turn them off. I'm going to go and... We have to manually go and vent the engines when they overheat. And the way the upgrades work is there'll be more time before you have to vent the engines and stuff. As well as plugging any holes in your rig, you got to make sure that your thrusters are working properly. I think your engines die if you forget about this. Or until you fix it. Alright, back to the portal. And it was at this point things started to go very wrong. Oh, what? Oh my god. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh. We do not have the power to do this in one go. I also don't know what the electricity does to me as a person. We'll find out. As a truck, no idea. Back in the truck. This section is horrible. Can I skip this planet on the way back? He's made. I want to go this way on the way back. I'm going to go north. I'm not doing that ever again. This is horrific. I'm probably going to die. We're probably not going to get the success that we thought we were going to get in this video. Trucking's harder than it looks. Shit. I'm going to go for the suit. So as it turns out, trucking is a lot harder than it looks in this game. Do you remember at the start of this video where I said we were going to make 5 grand? Do you remember that? Alright, so I think we're going to leave it there before I go into any more crushing debt. Alright, so this wasn't quite the destination we were expecting when we started the journey at Atlas, but we're here, we've learned some lessons. We're never going to Hayes Way ever again. That was horrific, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this little look at Star Truckers. It is a really, really fun game. This is probably the worst case scenario I've had since I started playing, so it's great that you guys could join me for that. Thank you, bank. So I've got 3 days to clear my debt. Do you know something funny? Is today, before I started recording, I was in debt, and I was like, oh, I'll clear my debt so I can record this video, and it'll be really cool. Oh well, this is where we've ended up. This is the peril of being a Star Trucker. It's just running from the repo man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a like if you've enjoyed yourself. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. I'll catch you guys in the next video.